Hey, welcome to Frost Sports Podcast. I am your host, Frost, here, and today this video is going to be a bit more sudden, and because this news broke about 20 minutes ago, of apparently Bill Belichick signing a secret extension. Because why can't anything get worse for New England fans? The only details that have come out is he signed it before the beginning of the 2023 season. It is a multi-year extension, and that apparently nobody but Bill Bellicheck knew. So that's lovely. This is something that's going to be getting overreacted. And I also think a lot of people are going to say, well, New England's going to get to be this horrible organization for all of eternity, and we're going to be all happy because the Patriots are bad. Well, again, he never revealed I'm assuming this contract is for coaching. So this could mean New England could get a good GM, and again, maybe they tell Bill Bellicheck, you got to get a new offensive mind who's going to be newer, and you're going to have to let him handle the offense, because that's the only way you're going to win in this league. And that's very true, that like the old ways of winning. I mean, again, even if you want to say, well, the run game and a good defense, look at the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan runs a West Coast offense that he adapted over time and decided to make into kind of his own creation. Mike McDaniels, literally a divisional rival, does the same thing. And he believed that, like, speed is the key. And again, he has, like, I think 10 of the fastest players in the top 10 fastest players in the NFL. I think it might be something, or like at least like 5 or 6, and that's how he's running Miami. And Miami is an offensive machine. Like, pair that offense with a Bill Belichick led defense, you are cooking, my guy. But this extension, I know, is going to be just blown out of proportion, so I'm going to give my thoughts on it real quick. If this contract keeps him as the general manager of the New England Patriots, I will say at that point it's doom and gloom. And if I'm Robert Kraft, this money is not going to be against the cap. Get rid of him. Get rid of him, trade him, cut him, whatever. I think you could still trade Bill Belichick, because I think there's a team that would absolutely take him. Chargers, I think, would absolutely take a Bill Bellicheck, although at that point, I don't know how good they would be. I mean, even honestly, I'm not saying Todd Bowles should be fired, but Bill Bellicheck in Tampa would be fun to see. And again, I think you would only have to trade like a first and a third for it. I don't think you would have to trade more, but he is still worth a first round pick because he can still run a really dang good defense. Now, this contract also could drive into more drama of nothing has happened yet, so I will keep an eye out. But if Robert Kraft came out and said we never had those discussions, and that apparently Bill Belichick made it up, wouldn't surprise me, because Bill Belichick is trying to throw the hot seat and all this swirling around him of him losing his job. I feel like this could have been a ploy to divert the media away from, oh, well, then we're not going to have to put this out here anymore because none of it means anything, because he's clearly going to be here a long time. Now, if Robert Kraft comes out and says something to the extent of, we had discussions, but nothing went to pen and paper, and we were going to judge it on this season or whatever, then that proves that this might be Bill Belichick's last season, and he is just pouring more gasoline onto his fire. I believe the more realistic scenario, and what people think is going to happen, is most likely Bill Bellicheck will still be the head coach for the New England Patriots heading into the 2024 season. However, he is most likely going to be losing all general manager responsibilities because he has not been cooking in the kitchen. And I go to that because he obviously went from the Bill Parcells line of, if they're telling you to like prepare a meal, they should allow you to go get the groceries. And Bill Belichick has been going to the same grocery store for years, and it's just been, if you're an offensive player, your career comes to die. And it seems that, especially because Baltimore had the whole receivers go to Baltimore for their careers to die, which very well may still be, but Zay Flowers looks amazing. New England is most likely going to be that place now. I mean, Tennessee is another one, but DeAndre Hopkins has been kind of balling out this year because he's not washed. I hate anyone who said that. But back to the main point of Bill Belichick, GM moves. I think you need to go into a new direction because it seems to me that Bill Belichick might have needed a lot more help to pick certain guys because it's like you lose guys, and now all your drafting is starting to get worse and worse and worse and worse. I mean, the Cole Strange pick is not as bad as people thought it was, but like that was a really bad pick. I mean, there's other things they could have gone for, like wide receiver, but I said before, I eventually want to do a whole thing on the N'Keal Harry pick because of how much that has affected Bill Belichick, in my opinion. But it just seems to me that he is not the GM for the future because when I say New England is tanking for a top 5 pick, I don't trust him with a top 5 pick. I think he's going to draft someone from, just throw a dart at the wall like Utah. He'll take a defensive end from Utah and maybe make him like a Pro Bowler and make him like a second team All Pro defensive player, but the offense is going to still be bad. And he's going to be like, well, it's not my fault. I did everything I can. Guys, I got you like a 38-year-old Julio. I helped the offense. That is Bill Belichick and his philosophy. He will go out, and I'm obviously joking about that, but like he will go out and either get the most irrelevant people who don't really inspire you, or he will go out and get a big name that is just like almost 40 and say, I helped the offense. You're not helping the offense. You're just saying, I got a big name. You're welcome. I finally did something. I mean, Bill Belichick's moves this offseason. I mean, Mike Gesicki is a nice piece. He was a piece I was really excited about because I was very high on Mike Gesicki. And the main issue of why he's still not a Dolphin, new offense, doesn't really utilize the tight ends as much. It's nothing against Gesicki. And Gesicki has just kind of disappeared, but it's like, I don't blame him at all for this. And it just seems to me that Bill Belichick's offensive moves this season off-season have just been very bad. Like, why not keep Jacoby Myers and not get Juju Schuster, and you would have some more cap room left? No, you decide to go out and get Juju Schuster, who has done jack. But no, but then you get Ezekiel Elliott. And I have a podcast episode, and because there was, it's like 2 years old, and I screamed then, go get Leonard Fournette. I wanted this offseason. Go get Leonard Fournette. Go get him. Because clearly, I believe that he fits the team more, that he can be a little bit better than Ezekiel Elliott, because I feel like Ramondre fills that role a little bit more, and I just think we need a Leonard Fournette. We need a guy who's a little bit more shifty, because Ramondre's kind of he'll bowl you over. He's like a mini Henry. That's the way I describe him. And we get Ezekiel Elliott. So it seems like our running backs, I mean, like Kevin Harris is like the only running back who's a little bit different. I don't count Ty Montgomery because that dude needs to be cut. But it's just so, why can't they just go and get the right people? Because it's like, you're not scheming for fit. You're not going for name. You're going for what are you doing? Because this is, I mean, I'm trying to think of like every single offensive signing that's not like Will Grier or I don't even remember who else. I only remember like Juju Smith-Schuster, Mike Gesicki. He extended Devontae Parker, which, that looks bad. I think that is a bad signing, and I'm a Devontae Parker fan. So to conclude this episode, just kind of want to make it very short. I'm hoping to hear more details about this extension. I have no doubt that Bill Belichick probably will most likely be the head coach for 2024. GM, I would say, is a little bit up in the air. I really do think that it is time to take away power from him. But that's just me. I know a lot of New England fans are very fed up with this. And before game day against the Buffalo Bills, this is not the news they needed, nor the news they wanted. So, to end this podcast, just please like, subscribe, do all those fun things, and hope you have a good day. And don't forget to stay frosty. Have a good one, y'all.